Hey everybody, and welcome to day 5 of the 2025 Christmas Bonanza 8 videos in 8 days, starting on Christmas Day and ending on New Year's Day. So I've got a quick tutorial for you today. We're going to add some weights to these Lionel auto carriers. It's very simple, and it's coming up right now on Eric's Trains. So I've got one of these Lionel auto racks. This one came in the new Florida East Coast auto rack set, but they've done these before. And they're very nice auto racks, but they're a little bit light in my opinion. I mean, they're not super light. I mean, they're not they're not flimsy light. They're just not as heavy as I would expect them to be. I'm used to the Atlas auto carriers, which have a little more heft to them. Now, if I weigh one of these, it comes in at a respectable 1 pound, 8 ounces, 1.5 pounds. Oh, what is that? 24 ounces, which is not bad for a car this size. But me personally, I like these things to have just a little more heft. Like I said, I'm used to the Atlas cars. Those things weigh like 2 or 3 pounds a piece. And so I'm going to add a little weight to this to get it from 1.5 pounds to right at maybe 30 ounces, something like that. So I've got the engine in the cradle. Now, ordinarily, if I was going to add weights to any typical car, I would open up the entire car and put the weights above the trucks. Now, we're going to put the weights above the trucks, but fortunately with these cars, you don't have to take apart the entire car to do that. All we have to do is remove this piece here and this piece down here. And so very carefully, I've got a little X-Acto knife here. I'm just going to stick it in this seam and get this piece out of there. It's got these little tabs that hold it in, and you just be real careful and take it out like that. And I'll do the same on the other side. Just want to be really careful you don't scratch the paint. That's the main concern. There we go. So I'm going to add a couple weights right here above this truck, more or less. Now, I should point out that if you add weights here, it might complicate adding cars to one of these auto carriers. If you want to add cars to these auto carriers, you may not want to do this. I'm not planning on adding any cars to these, so I don't mind a weight being in the way down here, but I just wanted to put that out there. If you do want to add cars, you might not want to do this. So I'll open up my little bin of weights, and I'm going to grab 4 of these guys. Get that 4th one out. I got these at Home Depot. Every washer has a code. These are ASC. I'm not sure what size they are, but they have a good weight to them, and I'm going to use 2 on each side of the car. So if we take a look inside, I'm not sure how well you can see that. There are some flat spots on these rails here, and I'm just going to put a couple dabs of CA glue on those flat spots, and then I'll come in with my weight, and I'll push it all the way until it's centered and against the little stops there. And then while it's there, I'll come in with my Instaset and just kind of squirt it up in there. And that will help the CA glue set. And I'll give that a few seconds to set. Meanwhile, I'll grab my second washer and just put some CA glue around it like that. And then I'll put it right on top of that bottom washer. And again, I'll come in with my Instaset and just squirt a little bit between them to get that nice and set. And so that's what it looks like. It's very easy, nothing to it. So let's do the other side. Again, I'm going to put the CA glue right here on this little center rail portion. I'll take my bottom washer, stick it on there, and put in the Instaset. And then grab my second washer. Again, put a little ring of CA glue there and right on top of that bottom washer. And just give that about 30 seconds to set, and we should be good. Now, I should say that I'm doing this at an angle just to make it easier for you guys to see it. But if I was doing it without the camera in front of me, I'd have it flat, and I would just set those in there and then put the Instaset and let gravity hold those down. All right, so now that they're in there and set, I'm going to replace these little panels. Just be careful not to break the tabs off or anything. They should snap back fairly easily. Like that. And like that. All right, so let's see where we're at. 1 pound, 14 ounces. Yeah, just shy of 2 pounds. And yeah, that feels much more substantial. I like that. So we added about 6 ounces or so to it, and the result is a much more hefty feeling car that I think is probably going to track smoother on the rails too. So that's all there is to it. That'll do it for day 5 of the 2025 Christmas Bonanza. I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. To discuss this model or any other O-Gauge model, or just to talk trains in general, check out the OGR online forum at ogrforum.com.